Yeah, girls, what's up? We're back, episode 30 something. I don't know, 34. We are the Three Ugly Mugs.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up? How's it going, man?
I'm
good.
Here. You're further away this week.
I know. I just, the
You
stuff.
look a little skinnier though. I think.
Yeah.
He won that in a pie eating contest.
Oh,
The more pie eating.
I wish I wouldn't be nearly as sore. No, I wanted to show the whole studio. It's nice. It's a nice area.
It is a nice studio.
I mean, I wasn't trying to show anything off. Like this big heavy metal. That I got
Johnny,
hanging around my neck.
Is there something you want to tell us about?
No,
the
God,
that
no.
You're wearing?
No, let's talk about sports and beer, man. Like always.
I heard that you're an athlete now.
I mean, technically, if you want to call me that, I did.
This is a sports podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
I did complete a a running event.
Did you run?
I ran some, a little bit, probably too much, honestly. You got all excited, at the beginning, you get excited and you start running and you're like, what am I doing? I'm obese. And then I can't breathe. No, it was the Two Bears 5K in Tampa that happened yesterday. It was,
It's the only
cool.
5K where you can drink vodka while you're running.
Oh, you can do a lot more than that. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff going on. It seemed like, it was, pretty much, beer. Jason Kelsey brought his own beer brand. He had beers everywhere. Like I was drinking beers on the course. He probably did it in 30 minutes flat while he was just drinking his own beers. He was passing them out to people. It was pretty funny. But there was a lot of celebrity pop-ins and things. I got to do the celebrity heat because I sang the national anthem. So I got to be in the same heat with Jelly Roll and Jason Kelsey and the Barstool guys. The KFC Barstool guys were there. They were super nice guys.
Who's more disgusting in person, Jelly Roll or Travis Kelsey?
Neither one. They were both. Actually, Jelly Rolls has lost so much damn weight. He only weighs.
I know. I saw some pictures. He looks pretty skinny.
He said he said last year he did the 5K when it was in Los Angeles. He weighed 470.
Damn.
Wow.
Yesterday he weighed 340, so he's lost 130 pounds. And he said next year the goal is to be 100 pounds lighter, to be 240, and they're going to probably do the 5K in Nashville next year. So, but he ran a lot. He looked pretty good. And I met him. I talked to him for a second. He was super nice, man. Super nice guy. I can't talk shit about him.
Pretty lucky with the weather too, because I was expecting
lucky.
And
it was
Jerry
like fucking 90 degrees.
What are you talking about? It rained in the morning and it was
cooler,
hot and humid.
It was only like 85, I thought.
No, it felt like it was 110. It was fucking gross. And
I'm sure. Plus, if you're on that field, it's way hotter.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
Raymond
fucking
James
bowl of heat in there.
Raymond James is just, it's always fucking hot.
Yeah.
Well,
were there any Bucs in the 5K?
No, they came out. They had a thing in the morning at like 10 in the morning where they all came out. The whole offensive line came out and they were doing like the Bucs versus the Bears and they were doing events. I didn't get there until like noon because I knew my heat was at 2 and I was singing at 2. So, I had a show in Hernando Beach the night before. I didn't get home till 1 in the morning. So I was like, I don't want to be fucking dead tomorrow. So I got a few hours sleep. But I don't think any of the Bucs were there by the time I got there. But there was a lot of cool people. I saw a lot of different celebrities where I was like trying to figure out who they were. I was like, who's that? Who's that black gentleman everybody seems to like? And it was Noriega, the rapper.
Fucking Noriega was there?
Yeah.
Dope, dude. That's awesome.
I know. Yeah, I talked to him for a few. He was cool as shit.
Did you trap with Jelly Roll or something?
I don't know, but no, it was really cool. I was in the VIP area, so it was kind of nice. I was like, they
dropping
fence
them names, Johnny. It's good for the
off all the
honestly,
commoners.
Noriega is way more impressive than Jelly Roll to me.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, it was the Barstool guys. I'm trying to think of who else that I saw that was like, holy shit. Oh, Kirk Fox was there. He's cool.
Oh, cool.
He's a touring comic, but
he's always Segura's opener.
Yeah, he's obviously Segura, was there, and when the race first started, I was trying to stay. Segura was running. Well, he started off walking briskly, and he has these two guys with him. I don't know if they're his bodyguards or what, but they look like ex-military. They were like shredded with tats everywhere, and they were like right next to, on each side of him. So I was staying like right behind him, me and my wife, and Sean Guest was there. He did the morning. Him and Manny Gassett, the new up and coming comics. They were there with a couple other.
They gotta. Sean Guest. Can't kiss people's asses at home. He's got to come out to things like.
Manny's lost a ton of weight too, man.
Manny lost almost
like a different person.
He's lost almost 200 pounds. Yeah, so he did. Yeah, he's. I think he's lost 185 pounds. So he did it in the morning with his wife, who's also a lot of weight too, and then he stuck around, and he's like, I'm gonna do it again with you guys. I'm like, dude, you're going to do a 10K? That's insane, right? But he ended up, it was pretty funny. He started off, he was like hanging with us, and then he started fading. He's like, I can't. And then it was one of these things where he kept popping in, like he was just cutting through different parts of the course, and it was like, he would pop in out of nowhere. I was like, oh, Manny's here again. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm back. And then I see him like bending over, almost throwing up. He's got his head under a water fountain. I'm like, dude, just go, just get out of here. And he's like, no, I'm fine, man. I'm like, you're gonna die, dude. But when I was behind Segura, I was like, I'm just gonna try to keep pace with Segura as far as as long as I can. And then my shoe come untied, and I was like, oh god damn it. Been down to get my to tie my shoe. Segura's gone.
Excuse.
Like,
this is a classic excuse. My shoe.
It really did come untied, dude, and I didn't want to kill myself. But what they didn't tell anybody until you got there, the 5K, like it wasn't all sea level like you think it's going to be.
Was there stairs involved?
There was the only stairs were part of the course went through the pirate ship, which is kind of cool. Like,
that's nice.
But you had to go upstairs of the pirate ship, go across, and go down those stairs. No, but the course, the way it went is you went up the tunnel all the way to the top of the stadium. If you've ever walked 2 flights of the tunnel at Raymond James, it sucks balls. Even going down, it's you got to kind of like lean back, and it's a different kind of
so many drunk people bust their ass coming down.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's the best.
I've been in the cheap seats.
They'll like be running down and just fucking head right into the fucking bars.
Yeah, but it's like it's a different kind of like, your muscles, like your thighs and your ankles and stuff, aren't used to that kind of like, okay, this is my body's in a weird position.
Not
so
in
even going down, it was like, oh shit, this is not as easy as it looks when you're also trying to get a good time. So you go down, you go up the tunnel, go down, or when you go up, you go all the way across the top of the stadium. It was kind of cool. There was a bunch of people down on the field, and they were rooting us on and stuff. And there was a bunch of 1025 The Bone listeners there, so they were all cheering me on. I could hear them all yelling my name and shit. That was cool. But then you go down the tunnels, and you're like, man, I hope we don't have to do that again. And then you do. You go back up the tunnels again. And I'm telling you, dude, I haven't been that out of breath in a long fucking time. I was like, I'm going to die. But you just want to keep going. You want to get a good time. And then
just like how you have to get to your seats on like a normal Bucs Sunday.
Well, but you take the escalators up. That's the best.
Yeah, I guess that's.
They have escalators, but I have showed up late to a game because I was at a radio event and the escalators were going down only. And I was on the 300 level, but I just moseyed up there.
Yeah, at a certain point in the game, they escalators.
I'll just stand by the pirate ship at that point. I'm not walking up all
That's
those.
pretty much all I do.
All
now
those
is
ramps.
just stand by the pirate ship. Yeah.
And
that's me.
The thing that sucked too is I was like, I was in front of a lot of people, even though but before the celebrity heat started, I sang the national anthem to launch it, and it was really cool because I didn't know if Jelly Roll or any of them had heard me because I was like way in the back of the crowd of people and they were like near the front. But then a video surfaced from the Two Bears 5K Instagram of him listening to me, and he was like, he gave like a little woo when I hit like a high note, and everybody started sending it to me. I go, oh shit, okay, so not only did he hear me, he liked it, so that was cool. But I had to like start after a lot of people because I had to sing. People were leaving early while I was singing. You fucking communist, right? And so I really got moving at the beginning, and I passed up like 100 people. I felt like, and then I'm going. I never stopped. I was like fucking hauling ass. It was so easy to cheat because they got like the course is kind of roped off, and it's like the rope is like
it's like the movie theater.
Yeah, well, but it's like 2 feet off the ground. And so like there was parts of it like on the upper part, once you went up the tunnel, there was parts of it where if you didn't want to go all the way to one side of the stadium and all the way back, you just step over the rope, boom, and go straight down the tunnel again. And I saw everybody doing that. And they were like, "Oh, don't tell anybody we're cheating." And I'm like, "Whatever, dude. I'm gonna do the whole thing. You know, I'm gonna do every foot because I wanted to challenge myself because I recently lost a lot of weight over the last couple of years too. So I was like, I want to see if I can do it. Yeah, I want to see if I can do it.
Was there any incentive to have a good time? Was there like any kind of prize, or was it just all charity?
No. It wasn't for a charity at all. It's done by Spartan, the same people that do the Tough Mudders and all that shit. No.
Oh,
but you got a lot of perks like for the money.
Bert Kreischer's pockets.
Bert Kreischer's
yeah, Bert and Tom. Yeah,
$1 million bank account.
But I mean, it was fun. They had all kinds of shit set up on the field. Like they have like anything from like they had the pugil stick fighting thing or whatever. Like you could do that. They had cold plunges.
Boot camp.
Yeah, they had cold plunges. They had saunas. They had all kinds of different games that you could like all kinds of shit. They had free drinks.
Because that's always my favorite to watch.
No, they didn't have that. But
watching the stupidest people ever fall.
Well,
the thing that's the best entertainment.
The thing that kind of pissed me off too, though, is like I didn't come in last. I ended up passing some middle-aged chubby lady like right towards the end. I'm like, I got to get past. No, that guy beat me. There was a guy
walking over Manny Gast's unconscious body.
Yeah, just stepped on him. No, but didn't come in last, even though a bunch of people cheated. I still didn't come in last. And but what was annoying was by the time I got there, like a lot of stuff was like dying down. Apparently, Bert and Tom were throwing out money and shit to people in the crowd. Like they threw out 2 T-shirts to the crowd, and people didn't know until they caught the T-shirts. Each one had $5,000 inside of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they had, the love sacks, those big like beanbag chairs that are really fluffy and nice. They had Porosos branded love sacks, and they just said, whoever wants them, take them. There was like 10 of them in the VIP area, and a friend of mine, he just grabbed one, and him and his
those things are huge,
filled with
cash.
Dude.
There's several $100s too if you buy one at the mall. They're not cheap. But they gave those away and all that. And by the time I got done with my race, all that shit was done, dude. I was like,
should have cheated, you idiot. This is America.
I know. I didn't. Yeah, I should have cheated. Then there would have been people cheering me on at the finish line. Everybody was already going home and shit. I was like, fuck me, man. But we did it. We accomplished it. I did the anthem. It went well. I did it a key lower than I normally do because I wore my voice out all weekend long. I had a sold out show in Punta Gorda on Thursday. Friday was a packed show.
Way worse for your voice than singing is.
Well, yeah, and then the show Saturday night in Hernando Beach also sold out. It was a really cool, like giant, like dive bar called the Drunken Mullet, and but the PA system wasn't working well, so you had to talk really loud. So
that's what Jared said it was like blowing his ears out or something.
Oh no, that was that was the Saturday show. Or no, the Friday show. Oh. Well, it was a feedback if you got close to the speakers. So yeah, it was that was actually my PA, which is not real big, and my little sound system.
Maxed out or something?
I had it maxed out, yeah, because it's a big room, so it's not really built for that room that size. But you do what you can. I don't have a huge budget for that room, so I made it work. It was fine. It was a good show. But yeah, the one out in Hernando Beach, though, my voice was I could feel it hurting, but that was a great show, by the way. It was one of those where everything's clicking, your whole set list is clicking, everything's good, and then I sold out of all my merch. It was sexy, but I knew it was gonna be tough to hit the anthem the way I normally hit it. So I normally do it in like the Whitney key. But I had to kick it down to like
you did it like Lemmy from fucking
like a key jump at the end?
Well, it was more like a Stapleton key, but it was fine. Yeah, it was if you heard Stapleton's Super Bowl anthem from like a couple years ago where he went out there and just
his was good.
It was awesome. I think it's like my second or third favorite one from all the Super Bowls.
That was that was better than most, I will say.
He did it with a $100 guitar amp. He went out there with just $100 guitar amp, his guitar, and just sang it just like that. It was fucking stupid. Yeah, it was really good. So I went with that key, and it ended up being okay. Everybody's like, "Well, you killed it," but in my head, I'm like, I went down a fucking key. I'm fucking gay. I'm gay. But
as long as you don't fucking butcher it like most people.
As long as you remember the words.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I think that's the most important part.
I've heard so many bad renditions of the national anthem. Where
it's Carl Lewis.
Yeah, and it's not an easy song.
Roseanne Arnold.
Like you shouldn't
Yeah.
do it unless you're like actually a singer.
It's one of the hardest songs there is to sing. Like it's one of the hardest ones. And the funny thing is, whenever I do sing in public, when people ask me to sing, it's either the anthem or I go out and there's a couple different bands I'll sing with, and they always want me to do "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey, which is another really fucking hard song to sing. You know, so
Steve Perry? You think Steve Perry was good?
yeah, he was pretty good back in the day. Yeah, his nickname was The Voice in the 70s. Yeah, that's what they called him. Yeah, fucking sucks, but no, it was good. The 5K was good. Like I said, a lot of cool folks out there. I got to rub elbows with some celebrities and all that shit. So
you're not the only one who. There was also the Kentucky Derby this weekend.
Yes,
that was a race. Boom, transition. You like that?
That's called a segue, folks. We're professionals. We don't fuck around. It
was great. I saw a white jockey. I was like, oh man, I didn't even know they made those. I thought they were all Mexican.
Did he accidentally get deported? Is that what happened?
That would have been great if like the whole Kentucky Derby was just a trap and they tricked the Mexicans into riding into the back of a fucking ice truck.
Was a sting. And they couldn't catch him because the horses are so fucking fast. That's hilarious, dude.
First Kentucky Derby where every single horse was a descendant of Secretariat.
I saw that. Every horse was.
Isn't that wild, dude?
It's the best horse come, apparently.
Well,
best horse come in the world.
And how long ago was
the second time
Secretariat
I've
around?
heard you talk about horse cum. When you opened for me in Ocala, you couldn't stop talking about horse cum.
I'm talking about horse cum in Ocala.
It's a big deal in Ocala.
Everyone knows that.
Hey, people love what they love,
the
Matt.
best horse cum in Ocala. It's the horse cum capital of the world, Ocala, Florida.
Yum.
Trust me.
They're like the Saudi billionaires, but with fucking horse cum instead of oil.
If you wonder why the pancakes are so good.
Without being disgusting. Congratulations.
You started it, dude.
I know.
Yeah, so the big winner was Sovereignty. Did anybody bet Sovereignty?
I tried, but I wouldn't have bet on that name anyway. I was going to bet on fucking Final Gambit.
I don't even know what I bet.
I felt like that was the coolest name.
But I bet like a to win and a trifecta.
Hard Rock app didn't let me bet on it
failed
though.
Both.
Yeah,
you had to go through their app, and I was like, I'm not gonna sign up.
I remember I looked over all the horses, and I'm going through all the names, and I was like, you know what? If I bet, and I almost downloaded like the Tampa Bay Downs app, you could bet on that, and I almost did it, but I was like, I don't want to go through it. But the one that I liked the most that I thought had a pretty cool name was Owen Almighty. I was like, that's a pretty cool name. He ended up coming in 5th. The one I went at was Admire Daytona. And I'm like, that's one of the towns I hate the most. It's a giant piece of shit. It came in last.
From afar.
It came in
way
last.
Far away. Good.
Fucking piece of shit.
One of the trainers that's in the Kentucky Derby almost every year names all their horses Almighty.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So
it's like
I
their
think
brand.
they actually had one
Yeah.
that won a few years back, and it was like Bruce Almighty or one of those. I don't know, something like that.
Some horse almighty, horse cum almighty,
Horse
something.
That's the name of the episode right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so
Horse cum almighty.
it's pretty crazy. I saw what the horse teams make or whatever, like the owners, like for each one, like so Sovereignty's owners made $3.1 million.
Wow, yeah.
But I mean, if you own horses, that's not like a life-changing money for you. That's what I need to feed these motherfuckers for a year. You know, like it's not a cheap sport.
If you own horses, you're already rich.
Real rich. Yeah, especially
I mean,
a fucking Kentucky Derby one.
One of those horses, not even the ones that are in the Kentucky Derby, but like one of those like race horses that just competes on like a normal level is like sometimes $500,000.
Yeah. How much do you think an ounce of Sovereignty cum cost?
Beat me to it. It's like vibranium.
No, one time when I was in Ocala and it was at the Ocala Bonkers used to be at a horse track.
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Actually, I got into like a conversation with somebody in the audience while I was on stage and they were a horse cum dealer.
And they were like,
yeah. And they were like telling me,
you want to buy some horse cum?
yeah, I mean, that's what they do.
He had a trench coat on. Yo, bro.
Vials of jizz.
He had stud horses, but these horses are so valuable that they
That's good
actually
shit.
won't let
Rubbing it
them
on his
fuck.
teeth.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had-
you have to pay.
Yeah, no,
He had-
they won't let them fuck because they could hurt them. They could hurt themselves fucking, so they have to jack them off.
Oh my god! I know how that feels. Yeah.
Well,
He had the guy had fake Rolexes on one side side and
like
cum on the
mounting
other.
another-
Like,
Oh
They don't
God.
want it mounting another horse because the other horse could kick the stud. And
I'm not. You
fuck
know,
him
I'm
up.
gonna say it. We're talking too much about horse fucking. I'm
you're
gonna
right.
come out
I
and
know
say
too much about
Yeah.
it.
45 grand. 45 grand a pop for when you pimp out the
a
studs.
pop. Gross.
So about $4 million bucks, give or take, these guys are making a year off just that one horse. So if you have
Yeah.
a staple full of these like champion horses, you're making money hand over
Oh, you're
fist all
making
year.
you're making
Yeah.
more money on the breeding than you are winning.
Oh
the
fuck yeah!
races.
That's the only
Yeah.
point of winning the Kentucky Derby, because then you can be like,
Mhm.
look, you won the Kentucky Derby. You want that cum.
Sweet
Wow.
juice.
so these girls that are extracting it on these illegal porn videos, they're really underpaid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
guy who tests it. He just comes out and he's like, delicious. This is what. This is,
Sommelier.
buy it.
Yeah, he's a jizz sommelier. He goes, then he blows a bubble with it.
He swirls it around in a glass and sniffs it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He goes, what kind of grass is he eating?
This was gross.
YouTube's gonna flag this one.
Yeah. Oh well.
Speaking of YouTube, now's a good time to let you guys know that we need you to subscribe on YouTube. So
Hurry
check
up.
out at Three Ugly Mugs on YouTube and follow us on Spotify as well. Our Instagram is at Three Ugly Mugs, and like us on like our personal accounts at John JS Planet, at Matt Fernandez World, at Johnny B Tampa, and at Three Ugly Mugs. Our email is threeuglymugs with a Z at gmail.com if you want to sponsor the show. Horse
Send your
Horse
cum.
breeders. Send your horse cum.
Don't be gay. Send us cum.
Later on in the show, we're going to be playing one of my favorite radio games to play, and that is it's called horse. No, it's not horse cum. It's
Is it cum?
Is it human or is it horse?
No, it's my favorite game to play around Kentucky Derby season,
Oh.
and that is it a Derby horse or is it a weed strain?
Nice.
I'm going to give you guys a name, and James can play too. And I'll give you guys a name, and you have to determine whether it is a strain of weed or a horse that has run in the Kentucky Derby at some point in the past.
Sounds good. All right. Sounds fantastic. Do you want to do breaking news before we get into our actual planned stuff?
Yeah, since it just happened.
Yes, the Baltimore Ravens have cut kicker Justin Tucker after just about 6 hours ago. They came out and said if they do make a move over the next few weeks, it would be a football decision and not anything that's got to do with his
Shut him out now.
investigation.
He did
Yeah,
have
but
he had a shitty season last season. So
Yeah, he was 73% last season, which is not good. And they also drafted a kicker in the 6th round, the first kicker off the board.
Is that the lowest percentage in the NFL? 73%.
It was right
pretty
there.
bad for a starting kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real fucking bad. He it was his lowest performance of his career.
Especially one
so-
that was like one of the best in the league
Right.
for years and years.
Yeah, it's
but,
not good, dude. He's
The
35
writing was
years
on the
old,
wall when they drafted that kid in the 6th round. I mean, you don't draft a kicker unless you're going to start him.
Yeah, in the 6th
Yeah.
round.
dude. Well, he was the first kicker off the board. So yeah. Bye bye, Justin.
And they
Tucker.
showed him booting 75-yard field goals in practice. So kid's
Yeah.
got a leg.
Well, apparently Justin Tucker allegedly is a big fucking creep. So
Is he
you know,
one of the
No.
massage parlor weirdos? Is he
Mm-hmm.
one of those guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the Ravens can say that because luckily he had a bad season. So the Ravens can be like, this is
Oh,
because
yeah.
of football.
Yeah.
And not because of the thing that everyone thinks it's because of.
well, they probably told him that in a meeting. They probably pulled him in and go, bro, you can't be a fucking weirdo at 73%. We can't go to bat for you, you fucking perv. Now, if you were 94%, I'd be like,
Yeah.
That's true with everyone. If you're
Yeah.
good enough at your job, you can get away with shit.
yeah, Brett
They
Favre
let Michael
said-
Jackson molest kids. If you make
Yes.
Thriller, you can
Yeah.
fuck like 2
That
kids.
motherfucker had a roller coaster in his backyard.
a Ferris wheel with giraffes. He had a song called Pretty Young Thing where he just wrote it out and everybody's like, yeah, that's what he does. It's all good, dude. Yeah, exactly. So you better be the king of fucking pop and kicking if you want to fucking get away with
73%, you fuck a stray dog. Get out of here.
Get out of here, dude. No, 73%. If you're seen with a fat girl at a bar, you can get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, you piece of shit? That's why you can't kick, you dickhead. Yeah, so he's out. Yeah, it's bye bye. Good
I mean,
riddance.
his career's over. Yeah, he's done. No one's gonna
Yeah.
pick him up.
He's
Why
rich.
didn't they just hire a masseuse for the organization to tug him off? and then not tell.
You would think, dude,
because she would have told the organization, hey, this dude tried to fucking put his finger in my ass or whatever he did.
Is that what he's doing?
I don't know what he did, but he has to outsource that shit.
Hey, you do that on your own.
Yeah,
time,
you can't
buddy.
do that internally.
guys, we're not a
HR.
real sports
They
fucking
just get a
journalistic
young Matt
podcast.
Fernandez from the mail
No,
room.
I'm just assuming that he did some weird shit.
Our
they-
real
he's-
knowledge
he-
is
he's
in
a
horse
young
cum.
Matt Fernandez type person from the mailroom, and then you bring them into Justin Tucker's room and tell him to give him a massage.
Yeah, and then Justin Tucker goes out and he's like, I got to get a better massage.
Yeah.
One that fucking someone sucks me off.
Now, is this going to be part of the interview process now when teams are selecting kickers, whether it's in the draft or free agency or however they do it? Are they going to be like, what is your massage routine? Do we need to worry? Do we need to get
Shit,
somebody to jack you
everybody.
off? Like, what's going on with you? You know what I
Deshaun
mean?
Watson did it.
Well, I mean, that's what the Bucs front office has been saying all week is that, just like character, how much character is involved in the Bucs selections.
Yeah.
Like anybody that wants to cause any problems, the Bucs are like, nah, we're not bothering with it.
Well, they took him off the board. He said that this week. I saw Jason Light, the GM, twice this week. He was on Rich Eisen where he said that. He said, if somebody's a character issue or whatever, we take them off the board, right
We don't
away.
even talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you see what he said on Pat McAfee's show? It was pretty good because it's uncensored. And he straight up said, he goes, yeah, if somebody's an asshole or a douchebag, we don't draft them. He said that's a quote. It was pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, they have this set rule
I
with
love how
the
Disney is like the first fucking major company to like stop censorship on TV shows. It's pretty awesome.
we're in a simulation all the time, dude. It's like, I don't know, but the core rules with the Bucs, and I have it here in front of me, when they go to scout a player is, number one, is this kid tough? Number two, does he love football? Number three, how do his teammates perceive him? Which go back to Sanders on that one. Do you want this player to hang out in your home? That's what they consider. Would you want this guy to hang out in your home? And then what is his reason for playing? Like, what is his why? I like all of that. That's really cool. But yeah, if there's anything, like people are saying we needed to draft a defensive edge rusher, the Bucs and all that. Problem was a lot of those guys, Mike Green, all kinds of issues with this character off the field. Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. There's a lot of things about his off the field issues and all that. So, and the reason why they didn't draft Jihad Campbell, apparently there's more to his medical issues. It's not just the one shoulder. He's got another shoulder. The other shoulder, they said, is probably going to need surgery after his rookie season. And the Bucs are like,
we didn't draft him.
Yeah, we're not fucking around with that either because that's what.
Shoulder surgery.
No, thank you.
Well, we took that risk with Servassier Dennis, and he's barely been on the field. Shoulder issues, so it's tough. So I like what the Bucs are doing with this character
Surgery
stuff.
takes a lot out of you too. Like more than
Yeah, you're going to be bedridden.
Yeah.
You can't even work
it
out.
takes a fucking lot.
So you're going to lose, athleticism.
But think about the character issues the Bucs went through over like a 10-year period. They had all kinds of issues.
Right.
They drafted Deshaun Jackson, great player. The guy was in gangs and shit, and he was just kind of a douche. Swaggy Baker, just a total fucking character piece of shit. I mean, Jameis.
I was waiting for you to say him. I was like, if this motherfucker doesn't say Jameis.
You got to. You got to.
He was an idiot. Yeah.
Well, he had those issues in college where there was, allegations on, the girl thing, which I don't know the story behind that. But then there was also, the crab leg thing, which I think is comical. But then the
I don't care
Uber
about the
thing,
crab leg thing.
I don't either. But then the
Crap,
Uber
like,
thing
everybody that lives in Tallahassee knows that fucking Publix gives players fucking free food all the fucking time.
If you live in
And if they
Florida,
get caught
steal
with
some
it-
seafood.
And if they get caught with it back then, if you got caught fucking with someone giving you free crab legs, it's a higher penalty than just saying that you shoplifted them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jameis didn't shoplift those. They fucking
No, people offer me food all the time. I'm not a goddamn professional football player. I'm just a fat guy that tells jokes, and they'll see me and they go, "Oh, Johnny B, let me hook you up," and then I let them. Who's gonna fire me?
Yeah.
Exactly. You imagine a radio station calls me and they're like, "Did you get 4 pounds of snow crab from Publix by your house?" I'm like, "You're fucking right, I did."
Good job. Good job, Johnny.
Yeah, and then I got jerked off by a massage therapist. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Yeah, I'm just kidding about the crab legs. But yeah, so Justin Tucker's out. That's the story. It's over.
And to recap,
God.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? We
want
got
to get to sad news? You want to get to the Lightning?
We got to the Lightning have been eliminated from the playoffs because, I mean, it was the
They
last thing that we wanted was for them to go up against Florida in the first round of the playoffs.
They didn't deserve it. They looked bad the whole series. Like their power play on both sides was terrible the whole series.
I mean, they really played well. A couple of the games they were in the game until right in the last 3 or 4 minutes. 2 of the games they lost, they were really playing well. So I wouldn't say they played bad. I think they played the wrong team, and the reason being is, and kudos to the Panthers, this organization was our bitch for a long time, and they went out, their coaches, their GMs, they literally built this team to beat one team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. They knew it. So what did? They built a team that neutralizes our 2 best players, Kucherov, our scorers, Kucherov and Braden Point. They neutralized them. And they did it last year to Kucherov. And you go, where the fuck is Kuch? This team, they drafted players to stop them. They traded for players to stop them. They added Marchand like right before the playoffs started, and he's great. I mean, they built a team to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's how they own the East, and that's how they keep moving through the playoffs. You get through us, then you can step over Toronto or whoever you have to, the Carolina, whoever you have to get to the finals.
Yeah, I don't think Toronto is a better team than Tampa.
They're still in the playoffs, and they're playing the Panthers tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing tonight, but I think the Panthers are going to have a much easier time.
Oh, sure. And I think that's going to look good for the Lightning, too, if the Panthers storm right through and win another fucking cup. Yeah. And then you go, okay, maybe we weren't that bad. We just keep stepping into the fucking Panthers that know how to beat us. I mean, that's what it is.
I feel like the West is just a stronger division right now. I mean, we have
overall.
The Panthers. Yeah, overall, yeah. I just think they have the reigning champs, and they have Denver's good every year now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, I still think Florida is the team to beat this year. They're really good. I mean, they score well, and their defense is sticky as hell. They're annoying to watch. It's
I think is the worst matchup for Florida in the finals.
In the finals, I mean, I would say Vegas. Is Vegas still in it? Yeah, I think they are.
Vegas is in it. Yeah,
they beat Colorado, right? Yeah. So let's see. I got the NBA bracket here, but I don't have the hockey bracket. But yeah, I mean,
he's
really
showing it on the bottom right here, right now, Johnny.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let me get back to our screen. I got like 900
You're
windows
doing a great
open.
job, Bothwell.
Yeah, he is.
They don't appreciate you.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, I mean, the Stars can beat them. The Golden Knights can beat them. I mean, there's definitely a lot there. The Jets, I mean, if they have a good run, absolutely. So there's possibilities there. But like I said, fucking Panthers are tough, dude. They're really, really tough. They have a great goalie. Bob's
he is nice.
He's really good.
Bob Roskovich.
Yeah, dude. It's tough.
Bob
and they're dickheads too. Hockey, they're like old school hockey. These guys are dickheads. They really are. Did you watch the series? I mean, they throw
some dirty shit every once in a while.
Ekblad and fucking Tkachuk, he's a fucking douche, dude. I mean, they're really, really mean people. And if you don't want your feelings hurt, don't watch them.
People were definitely catching like knees to the head while they were down, and
dude,
checks. Yeah, for sure.
They're bad people, but they win. So I mean, if you can
stick into your nuts,
they're fucking evil dudes. But if you're a Panthers fan, you like it. I saw like their fans are real fucking bad too. Like a couple times where Lightning players were hurt, they were cheering, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" Like, you heartless assholes.
Where are the Panthers? They're not in Jacksonville. They're in
South
they're
Florida. Sunrise, Florida. Yeah. Yeah, fuck them, dude. But
you said the Oilers are still in it, right?
Yeah. I like
later you'll show her those tits again. Did you see that last year?
Hell yeah, dude.
Those things.
I was rooting for them because
best part
of
of the Stanley Cup.
They're really nice, dude. Those tits were worth 2 ounces of horse cum. They were so good, dude.
That's
so good. That's called a callback, people. We're professionals, all right? Don't try this at home. Anyway,
hey Bothwell, you chiming in to talk about those titties?
Yeah, come on in, Bothwell.
More about the horse cum, actually. The Panthers are favored to win the cup. They're a plus 400 out of the teams that are left right now. Capitals team that's left plus 1,000. They're the lowest odds.
Yeah, We'll see.
Dude, they got Ovechkin, man. He gets hot. I mean, he's the best goal scorer. He's proven it. The best goal scorer of all time. He's already
but they got to go through the Panthers. He's not enough for the Panthers.
I don't think anybody's going to stop the Panthers. I don't see
not in the
East.
That's the problem. There's no one
I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody.
That's
I think
than Florida.
Dallas and Colorado just played a 7-game series. They're going to be tired. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Blues barely got beat by the Jets. I mean, the Jets just played a 7-game series, so they're going to be tired too. So I think you're gonna see a rematch. I think of the Oilers and the Panthers, just like last year.
I would like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that went to a game 7. Yeah,
I'd love to see McDavid get a ring because I hate the Panthers because I'm a Lightning fan, and I'd love to see he's an all-time great.
I'm rooting for anybody but the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Toronto for sure tonight.
Absolutely, and that's
what is that?
This is the one time I'll root for Canada.
Ugh. But that's an argument. That's an argument that I had with people last year on my FM show. Was, do you root for the Panthers because they're a Florida team, or do you root against them because fuck the Panthers? And I think the majority is no, you root against them. They're a rival of the Lightning. They can eat shit. Yeah, and that's how I feel too.
Now,
fuck
if it was
them.
Rays and Marlins where they're in different divisions, then okay, who cares?
Yeah, we're not rivals.
I don't give a shit about the Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Florida State, it's the same thing. Like no one roots. If you're a Florida fan, you'd never ever root for Florida State.
Right. Exactly. And vice versa. Yeah,
and vice versa,
Yeah. You always root against them. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. It's like your ex, right? If you have an ex-wife and she's a big fan of a team, that team can eat shit the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
She has a kid with another
Shame on you for dating someone whose
kid.
teams didn't align with yours.
Oh my God. My second wife from Pennsylvania, Eagles fan.
Ew, dude, that's on you.
Yeah.
You fucked that one up.
By the way, when I met Jason Kelsey,
once.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just forget about it. That's what I've done. When I met Jason Kelsey, I did. You know, when you meet somebody famous and you say something stupid, and right when you're saying it, you're like, "Oh, what a fucking idiot!" Like I was so mad at myself. We're having a nice conversation, and then out of nowhere, I just go. He goes, where are you from? And I said, well, I'm from here. And then I just had to add in, I'm a Bucs fan, but I love you, buddy. And he just looked at me like, fucking, ugh. Like, I forgot we stomped him in the Super Bowl.
I thought you were going
to say. Or not him, but his brother.
I thought you were going to say, you just said, oh, I'm from here. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah, you should have just fucking laid into it. I'm sure he's more acclimated to that.
At that point, I should have.
You should have been like, yeah. Your team was garbage, but you're retired now. It's okay. I can say I like you.
He probably would have knocked your beer out of your hand and called you a faggot.
Yeah, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl ring.
What I wanted to say,
I'm sure he's fine.
What I wanted to say was, you're cool. Your brother's a dick face, but you're cool. Yeah, because I don't like his brother. His brother's a shit talking dick face. I don't like him at all. Yeah, so. Or I wanted to be like, try that tush push on me, bitch. You know, but.
Speaking of shit talking dick faces, Anthony Edwards knocked LeBron out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
I love
fucking
Anthony
segues
Edwards
all day, baby. Let's go.
Smooth, real smooth.
Nice.
Anthony Edwards is such an asshole, but he knows he's an asshole, which makes
he's so good.
He is really good.
It's you know he's like a Kenny Powers.
Yeah, he's young and he's young, dumb, and full of fucking horse cum.
Yes, we tie it all back together, baby. It's all about the cum at the end of the day.
I don't think they'll win. I don't think they'll get by the Celtics, but I hope he wins one eventually.
Dude, if the Celtics play the Cavaliers, and they probably will, that's going to be a fucking sweet series right there.
I mean, Celtics Knicks today. That should be a decent one.
It should be, but I don't think the Knicks have enough, man. They have They have two really good players, and that's not going to be enough to fucking. The Celtics are too good. Jason Tatum's not human.
They're not showing up every game.
Cavaliers are actually like killing people right now. So
yes,
that'll be the most interesting. Yeah.
That'll be fun. I'm back into basketball the last season or so because I can gamble on it, and now I'm back, baby. Thank you, Hard Rock app. And now I want Tampa to get a team so bad. Did I tell you about the scenario we were going over on the radio? Like how sweet would this be? Like the Rays, like Tampa doesn't support the Rays. Orlando wants the Rays. They got the whole scheme to call them the Dreamers and all that shit. Trade them for the.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Trade the Magic for the Rays, straight up.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Tampa Magic.
Put it on paper.
Oh my God! At Amalie Arena, which is a winner, they sell out every Lightning game there. So, dude, I would get season tickets to the Tampa Magic all day long. That'd be fucking
I like
phenomenal.
everything you're saying right now, dude.
Yep. And then if you want to watch the Rays,
I would rather. Honestly, I would rather get the Pelicans.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, your best bet is to have a team move here. Because if they expand, they're going to go to Seattle and Vegas.
Well, so Orlando would move here.
Well, Orlando move them here.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, then keep the Rays. What do we got to trade them for?
Fuck them.
Because baseball sucks.
Why does Orlando... Okay,
let's get to all the good sports and get rid of the shitty ones.
Yeah, why does Orlando need a sports team at all? Orlando
exactly. I like John's point.
They get a good following, like when they're good. That place gets packed.
I guess
I used to go to a couple games back when they had Dwight Howard.
You know, the Magic don't do that well, but the soccer team does pretty well. The MLS team.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Which actually the Rowdies I think are playing Orlando in what is it? Is it the North American Cup or the World Cup or the World Open or something like that? Yeah, so they're playing MLS Orlando. So
what's Orlando's team? Is it just the Orlando
City?
They're like a pro, like one of the higher division teams, right? They play in MLS.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah. They play against Miami. They're in the same division, I think.
If you're at the Rowdies game on May 17th, I'll be singing the national anthem to kick it off. There you go.
Is that for the Soccer World Cup or whatever?
I have no idea. I just know on May 17th, I am scheduled to sing the national anthem for the Rowdies, and they will be presenting me with my own jersey.
Their stadium is awesome. The location they have for their stadium is great. I love it. It's a shame that we're wasting it on a fucking MLS team.
Yeah.
That should be. Put the Rays there.
It's minor leagues.
Or whatever,
They talked about it. Yeah.
I know.
They talked about putting the Rays there, but I guess the
homeless people formed a little village in that stadium like a few years, like 4 or 5 years ago, like right before COVID.
Yeah.
It's a real waste.
I like it. It's right next to the Mahaffey, and it's right near, right downtown St. Pete.
It's almost on the water. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it a lot. But I've seen the national anthem there a couple times. It was awesome. They give me the VIP treatment. I get box seats and all that stuff. And they're fun to watch. The Rowdies are a fun team to watch play. So, go support them, man. They're kicking the grass.
Yeah, I'm going to check out at least one game this season. And
come on the 17th, baby.
And I'm going to check out the women's soccer. Yeah, we have pro women's soccer here now. It's the Tampa Bay Sun.
Yeah, they're good. Apparently.
Yeah, and they're a good team. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. Go ladies. Sorry you don't make what the men make. But yeah, it's good.
This is the highest paying pro women's soccer that has ever existed in the U.S. so far. So
that's not that impressive.
They all still work at Olive Garden when they're not playing.
But they're actually paying them enough to just be athletes, so that they don't have to have a second job. You go
to Mons, make the same amount as I do with my job.
Yeah, probably.
You go to Mons Venus, and the Ford is actually dancing that night. Yeah, it's not good. I don't know if forward is an actual position.
Rays have won 2 in a row on the road in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, beat them in a series at home.
North, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it.
They stomped us at our home, which is their home, and then we stomped them at their home, which is not our home.
Are the Rays transitioning into like a good team?
The Rays are shit at home right now.
Huh. They're schizo, dude. They're schizo.
Yeah, they're playing. The players are good. And they're showing up sometimes, and they're getting hit sometimes, but not really at home.
You're being generous. The players are good AAA players. Let's be honest.
Half of them are. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the guys are playing out of their minds. I mean, we have the fastest guy in the league, and he's playing his ass off. So shout out to Simpson.
In AAA this year, so you can't really shit on AAA too hard. Because,
no.
Our farm system is probably one of the best in the league.
It's great, but if you look at the lineups, when you look at the lineup cards, I laugh all the time. Like when we're playing the Padres, I don't know how we went in there and swept them. Their team up and down the board is so much better on paper.
If you look at the payroll on their batting lineup next to our, it's like fucking ridiculous.
Same thing with the Yankees. The Yankees should be ashamed that we went in there and took 2 out of 3. They make $1 zillion a year as a team, and our guys are driving Uber on the side. It's fucking pathetic. So yeah, it's wild. Like you said, on the road they're playing great, and I thought if you put them in Steinbrenner with that short right front porch or whatever, and they would just be, accidentally getting home runs and playing out of their brains, but they can't score at home to save their fucking life.
I'm not sure what the problem is. I don't know. One of my theories is that just that fucking noise from Dale Mabry is terrible.
But it don't hurt the otother teams.
That fucking racket.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think they're definitely used to playing in the quiet.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's fucking 95 degrees.
And it's
about to get hot as balls. Yeah.
Balls. There's also a lot of wind.
Did you?
Month.
Speaking of minor league players on our team, did you hear what Taylor Walls said after he got to homer yesterday?
No.
They were interviewing him after the game, and he goes, today I chose to hit the ball. Most days I choose not to hit the ball, but today I chose to hit the ball. It's fucking funny as shit.
That's
now I'm
zen,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
this guy's a comedian. This is great,
no,
dude.
funny.
Yeah. So good for him, man. He's ran into 4 home runs this season. That's like a whole season for him so far, and it's only May. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think he got 7 last season. I'd have to look it up. It wasn't a lot.
He sucks. He's a great defensive player. Great defensive player.
Great on defense. Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, a lot of the defense is just weird this season.
He's hitting 192.
I'm seeing.
That's good for him, dude. It's really good.
Wow. So he's pretty bad. Okay.
Yeah. We got good hitters.
Shortstop.
We're leaving too many people. We're leaving too many people on base. Like if you look at I think we're leading the league and just leaving people on base because we have guys with real high batting averages. Aranda's up in one of the best in the league in batting average.
Aranda's I think like 5th in OBS.
Diaz is playing pretty good as of late. He used it looked like
every
he was.
Time I turn on the TV, Diaz gets a fucking home run.
Yeah, so I mean, they have good hitting averages. They're just not bringing people home enough, Right. So we need more pop in the bats. We need to get it over the wall, and or as who was it back in the day that used to on ESPN that used to say, "Oh, he's hit it over some fencing they've got set up in the outfield." Was that Kenny Mayne? I think he used to say that. Oh, look, he hit it over some fencing in the outfield. Yeah, they used to have the good lines back in the day.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wow, he's up 400%.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it's weird. I think they're back to 500 right after the win over the weekend.
Not quite.
Or 1 game under. So, but they're only 3 games out of first right now behind
18, yeah, we're 16 and 18.
But they're in 3rd place in 3 games out of first.
Yeah. Orioles, yeah. So for as shitty as we've been, the Orioles have also been pretty shitty.
And the Yankees.
And the Yankees are dropping games that they shouldn't be dropping as well.
Yeah, so good. We all suck together. That's how we do it, folks. Yeah.
Well, it used to be, a couple of years ago, it was like, or maybe 6 years ago, AL East was like the division to contend with, and now it's Padres and Dodgers. That's what everybody's fucking talking about.
Yeah, well, the West in baseball, the West is fucking disgusting. You look at that division, that West, Dodgers, Padres, what is the Giants and the fucking what's the other fucking
Diamondbacks?
Oh, Diamondbacks are playing really well too. Yeah, they're all good. Like they're all good. It's not fair. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? And AL West is dookie. Yeah, they're not good. Yeah, so
Twins, Brewers, White Sox.
No, Twins and Brewers they're central, right? They're not west.
That's central,
yeah. No, it's like the Angels and
Brewers are a National League team, so you guys are all over the place. Yeah,
he's all over the place. John smokes pot.
Yeah, the AL West is the Angels, the Athletics, the Mariners, and the Rangers.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah.
The no city affiliation Athletics.
The homeless Athletics.
Yeah, well, they're the only franchise in MLB history that has not had a home city.
Just this season? I was like, what happened to Oakland? Did they kick them out?
Yeah, they're gone.
They kicked them out of Oakland, and they're in Sacramento now, but they're not calling themselves the Sacramento Athletics because they've been bought to go to Vegas.
They're going to Vegas.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be good for them.
Eventually be the Vegas Athletics.
Good for them.
Yeah, so man, I remember Vegas wasn't allowed to have pro sports for a long time because they're like, we don't want gambling involved in our sports. Now everybody's like, FanDuel Sports Network. Hey, get the app, you fucking loser. Yeah, it's like
showing you the fucking odds.
Yes,
in the fucking ticker with the
real time
stats.
I was just in Vegas. It's so flat that I was like, oh, there's Raiders. That's where the Raiders play, and it was like a mile away. It was very easy. It's very easy to find shit. No, there's nothing there.
Well, you're in a valley, so there's mountains everywhere you look, but it's around the city. You're literally like in a cereal
anything
bowl.
In the city, you can just look around and find it.
Yeah, I lived there twice. I like it.
You go, oh, there's a giant fucking pyramid.
I didn't hate it. Vegas was cool, man. Good place to do drugs. I get it.
It's a cool place to do mushrooms.
It's an assault on the senses.
But I used to laugh at people that were like the tourists when they would come in, because I did it when I first got there, where you're on the strip, like you're at the Stratosphere, and you go, oh, Mandalay Bay's right there. I'll just walk there. It's 5 miles away, you dumb bitch. You know, like
it's like fucking Lawrence of Arabia. You're just like walking through the desert.
Yeah,
dying.
You're a moron.
I need water.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to go blow somebody at New York, just to make it. If you can make it there.
Traveling, Matt's going to be away next week. Happy birthday. Matt is turning 40.
Yeah.
Going to what, Costa Rica?
That's right. Leaving on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Drugs in Costa Rica?
Maybe. I don't know. If some nice Costa Rican man or woman comes up to me.
Ooh, just a man. Some naked, nice Costa Rican man.
Like, hey, would you like to buy some horse?
You're right. That sounded gay in the beginning of that sentence. But I'm just saying most drug dealers are guys. That's all I meant.
If some girl comes up to me, I'm going to mush her fucking Costa Rican face.
Just ask the bartender at the resort. The bartender at the resort.
What's all the hot drug guys?
No, man, I'm turning 40. It's too late for fucking cool cocaine drugs.
Yes, the bartender at the resort. He has coke.
Yeah,
and
that's my first time doing coke. I'll do it in fucking Costa Rica when I'm 40.
That's where I want to die of fentanyl. It's in Costa Rica.
They can't afford fentanyl in Costa Rica.
I'm good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even talk drugs while like all the bad movies where you get in like foreign prisons is because some stupid American tourist on his 40th birthday wanted to find drugs in another country, and you get Brittany Grinered into a fucking prison.
I mean, if someone offers me like a nice trafficked woman, now we're talking.
Oh, God.
All right.
We have this woman. She's in a refrigerator box right out back.
Well, happy birthday, Matt.
Thanks, man.
This episode's already getting taken down. You're fine.
Yeah.
It got flagged a long time ago.
Horse
boy. Horse cum. There you go.
Do we want to play the game I got set up for you guys? James,
I would love
pop
to.
in here and play with us.
Yeah, dude.
Before we get out of here, before we play our game, though, what are some upcoming shows? Everybody share some shows. I got working with Patrick Garrity at Divine Brewing this week.
Saturday, right?
Saturday, May 10th. It's Patrick Garrity and who's opening for him?
Bob Holden.
Bob Holden. That's right. We just said that last show.
I might try to fly through there if I don't pick up a last second booking. So I got to get Friday.
James a guest set. James, you're doing a guest set on Saturday?
Maybe.
I'm out.
That's bad energy. That's bad. No.
You're fucking out.
You should say no as the booker.
Wait a minute. If he's there, who's barking outside Clearwater Comedy Club?
I don't do that. I do not bark.
I would never do that.
Don't do it.
You go outside.
That's what your boy's for.
Hey, if you guys come in here, I'll give you $1. Just hand $1.
That's what your boy's
bark.
for.
Beg them to come inside. Yeah.
What do I get for barking? Stage time.
Stage time.
You got to bark for an hour, baby.
This is in New York. What the fuck are you talking about?
I would be
New York 20 years ago.
If I paid $20 to get into a comedy club and all of a sudden now I'm being assaulted by the weirdo that was barking on the beach.
The sweaty
me, that guy from earlier. This isn't awkward or anything, right?
Remember me, the sweaty guy that bothered you while you were having ice cream with your kids? Oopsies. Now I'm going to
hear some rape jokes.
Oh, no, thank you.
Anyway, so Saturday with Pat Garrity and Bob Holden at Divine Brewing. We also, at the end of the month, we got History. History is a Joke.
Baseball.
Tampa Bay History Center. It's about the history of Tampa Bay baseball. The Three Ugly Mugs are going to be there on May 29th.
Yep.
Damn right. I have one show on the books this week, and it is at Niagara Tap in Largo. It's a fun room. I'll be there headlining, and it'll be a packed show. So it's a free show. Starts at 7. Get there early because it'll be really, really busy. And I'll be hanging out afterwards doing a little karaoke. It'll be fun. So, yeah, come on out. Nice. Largo, Niagara Tap, and let's have a good time.
You can also go see Patrick Garrity Friday night at the Marion Theater in Ocala. I won't be there, but he will be. But nice. I did just get my final edit for my special that I did film there, and awesome. It's ready to go and it looks good. It's just gotta take the timestamps off and stuff, and it's ready to roll. I'm
in a holding pattern right now with rescheduling my special that got swept away with a hurricane like everything else last year. And the reason why I'm in a holding pattern because there's you and a couple other friends have had specials done recently, and I want to see all of your specials so I can go poach your film crew. Not poach, but I mean I would definitely like to use the same folks if and I'm pretty confident with the guys that did yours, so I'm looking forward to seeing yours.
Yeah, the guys.
Mine looks good, and it was only 3 cameras, and he was fucking running around making it look like it was a million. Did a great job.
Professional.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully maybe I'll get his phone number and give him a little holla. But I'm looking at locations right now too. My goal is to do a theater also, but I'm looking at like these really old smaller theaters. I've been looking at some of those. I just like the whole fucking the feel of it. The ambiance, like it looks like the Marion's pretty decent size. I've played it. I love that place. But I'm thinking of something even little.
270.
Yeah.
Holds 270. Okay. Yeah. I was looking at a couple of theaters that are like being renovated that are like 100 and something years old that hold about 150. So probably about half the size. But when you're filming, it's. When you're filming, it's like, you want the stage to look good. You want it to sound good. As long as it looks and sounds great, that's what really, really matters. So you don't have to, fill an arena. It's.
Are you trying to do it in Tampa?
Anywhere in Florida, really, honestly. Yeah.
Honestly, to make the sound easier to capture, a smaller theater is much better.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, because I mean I'm not a professional videographer, but I'm sure mic in the crowd and everything is something they want to do. Like I don't even know nowadays. What are they adding laughter with AI or what the fuck they're doing? But I hope not. I really hope not. But honestly, I just wanted to.
I got a bunch of. I got like 3 for mine. I got like 3 of those. Just audio recorders.
No, yeah, they mic the audience separately from you.
Yeah.
I just put 3 of them in 3 different sections of the audience and mic'd that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
there
then
was an overhead mic, I think, as well. There was an overhead mic as well.
Like a boom. Yeah, and then in post edit you do all. That's why when people they're like, "Well, you recorded your special last month. How come it isn't out yet?" There's a lot of fucking work in post.
Of time,
It's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a movie.
Color matching.
You got to color correct. You got to fucking figure out where to cut and like between what footage to use.
If there's 3 cameras, that's 3 hours of footage. It's 4 cameras, it's 4 hours of footage that you have to make into 45 minutes or whatever.
Yep. You also have to arrange the sound because you have the sound of the audience and you have the audio from the fucking venue.
And it's got it. The sound is very important. Ask our friend Jeff Klein how important.
It's the most important.
That's why I did not want to. I don't ever want to shoot my own special. I'm never going to do that. I'm always gonna hire someone.
I feel so bad for him, man. He put so much into it, and the sound did not turn out.
I think for mine, just and it was a little bit redundant, but for mine there was 10 separate audio feeds.
Nice.
Yeah,
a smidge.
So
a little bit.
So what? You made did you make every audience member wear a lapel mic? Is that what you're saying right now?
Every single audience.
They were all wearing a wire.
All 10. Yeah, it was all people. It was basically The Wire. Yeah, they didn't even know, they all thought that they were undercover cops.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
that's good.
No, but that was there was a couple of friends. I know Dick Roos was one of them where it's like they had like really good footage, but they couldn't release it because the audio was shit.
I've heard this dozens of times from people.
I was so scared. I was like, let's have like double everything. In case something fails.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Smart. Smart. Yeah, but I want to get mine done this summer sometime. So I'm digging into it. So hurry up and get your shit out there, Matt. Hurry up.
Let's play this
I'm
game.
Gonna work on it.
James, you can pop back in and you can hit some random music if you want to. Johnny, do you have like a buzzer or a dinger or something? I don't know. Yeah, here we go. That's good.
Classic.
Loud,
Thanks. Oh, hold on.
Loud.
I'll turn it down. Hold on.
Very loud.
All
Hold
right.
on.
Yay.
I'm seeing if I got a dinger.
Why, Johnny?
The name of the game is Derby Horse or Weed Strain. And if you want to buzz in, just say your name, and then you can, basically you just tell me whether you think the name is a horse or a strain of marijuana.
All right.
Very easy. All right. So starting off first, we have Jet Pilot.
Marijuana.
You gotta say your name.
Marijuana.
God,
Say my name. What? This is going great.
That wasn't my sounder.
No.
No.
So Matt guessed
I would
weed,
smoke
and
that
that
weed.
is not. No, that's a horse. Jet
Yeah.
Pilot. Jet
Oh, I
Pilot.
thought we were all gonna guess. Okay. We didn't establish rules.
It's a game.
It's a game. So that's 1 point for Matt.
Good thing everybody's tuned out by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing. Next one is Santiva.
Johnny.
San
Johnny.
Tiva?
That's weed, bro.
That is a horse. Santiva.
Told you.
That's no points.
No points for Johnny.
No points for Johnny or Matt. I don't know. why
That's
I
a
said
horse
that.
on weed.
The counter should just be a splatter of horse cum in the
next
corner,
one
and that's
is-
the
yeah,
point.
Display it on the screen. Next one is Grandpa's Breath.
Oh
Oh,
God, that's
James.
James.
That's weed strain for sure.
That is weed. That is a weed strain.
don't
Grandpa's
want
Oh,
Breath.
James got one splat.
Yeah, where are the cool sound effects? Johnny?
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Where's your, where's your
Yeah,
morning
where's your
zoo
radio
sound
sound effect thing? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not at the real studio. Oh,
You have
hold
a
on. Let me see
horse
what I got
name?
here.
That would be awesome.
All right, we got Frosted. Frosted.
James. That's
James.
a weed strain.
That is a horse. I'm sorry.
Frosted with
Frosted
horse.
by
cum.
the stud horse.
So
Yep.
James
Yeah,
is
yeah.
winning. He has 1 ounce of horse cum. He's winning with
Yeah.
1
Oh, I got a dinger.
Johnny B is just testing
Perfect.
the soundboard
That's
while we're doing this.
Hold on. Oh, I got a buzzer. Is that too
Oh, there you
loud?
go.
No, that's good.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a buzzer for when you get something wrong,
All
though.
right, next one is Gooey Wookie.
Johnny.
Johnny.
That is fucking weed, bro. You would never name a
That's
fucking
weed.
$1 million horse.
Gooey
Wookie.
You
If it's
mad?
named after a Star Wars
All right,
character,
so
it's
Johnny
probably weed.
and James are now tied with 1 ounce of horse cum each.
Oh man,
You
I gotta
see
get in the
some-
game. I'm
Some
thirsty.
lady with a giant hat on, like, I want to bet the gooey Wookie.
Gooey Wookie, please.
Oh,
So we have next on the list we have Dancing Candy.
Matt,
Matt.
that's a horse.
That is a horse.
Boom! Splatter me.
Yeah. Goosh.
Now we're tied. 3 ounces of horse cum all.
So hungry.
All right, next on the list we have the Bling.
Johnny.
Johnny.
That's fucking weed, baby.
That is weed, yes. Johnny in the lead with 2
Hell yeah.
ounces.
Oh,
of
goosh.
goods.
All in my mouth.
Next on the
God.
list, Good Magic.
James.
James.
Horse.
That is a horse. Oh, James is once again tied the race. Last on the list, we have Meat Breath.
Matt,
Johnny.
James.
Matt,
horse.
that is a strain of weed.
Fuck.
Oh, pull that cum off your face.
All right, so it's tied. We can end the show tied up. James and Johnny both with 3 ounces of horse cum.
Come for everybody.
Way to
You in
go.
this trophy full of milk
All right,
Like
I can't wait
8,500.
because I can't get that
to
much horse
see
cum.
What YouTube does with this fucking episode?
What do you
It's
mean?
the horse
That'd be-
cummiest one we've had yet.
We're gonna
We're
get
gonna get
7.
equestrians.
We're gonna get 7 million views in Ocala, Florida. That's what's gonna happen. You're welcome.
Remember to follow us on all our socials at Matt Fernandez World, at Johnny B Tampa, at John JS Planet, at JRB Comedy, and at 3 Ugly Mugs. That's all on Instagram. We're available video on YouTube at 3 Ugly Mugs and Spotify, and we're audio everywhere else: iHeartRadio, iTunes.
All that shit. And don't
just
forget
all
to
the stuff.
Leave comments. We get all kinds of great comments all the time, and we love them. So leave comments about the show.
Someone left some shitty comments.
What?
Yeah, that's what happens. As soon as you start to get like, as soon as you get up to like a couple 100,000 views on your channel, you start getting like a bunch of really negative comments.
You want to do? Awesome. We need to read.
It was all about Shador, bro. It was all about Shador.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
people did not like Johnny shitting on him.
Well, fuck him, dude. Fuck you and Mel Kiper. All right, Mel Kiper about fucking had a seizure. He was so sad over Shador.
He also thought Jimmy Clausen was going to be the next big thing.
Colin Cowherd says that Shador Sanders is a franchise quarterback. So
they're fucking dumb. They're dumb, dude. I put one of the Bucs fan pages put like, oh, the Bucs signed Shiloh Sanders, and all that. I left a comment. I said he'll never make the team, and so many people came out of the woodwork. Why are you racist, bro? I'm like, I love all the Bucs, and they're 90% black. Shut up. I just don't think he's good. Oh, why are you hating, dude? And then one guy goes, I bet you couldn't make the team.
Players of all time.
Yeah.
Some guy said, I bet you wouldn't make the team. I go, buddy, I can't walk up the bleachers. What the fuck are you talking? Yeah,
no, take that back. You did walk up the bleachers.
I did.
You
did.
You did a 5K, Johnny. Okay.
All right, well, let's not treat him like he's a fucking hero.
I am a fucking hero.
You should be proud of yourself.
Not all heroes wear capes, Matthew.
He's not pull a muscle sucking his dick.
Some heroes wear 3XL compression
Can we
pants.
end the show now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and end the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe.
Ooh.
Johnny B. Mac with the beer, John J.